IRCC has made major changes to the international student program through the Immigration Minister, Honorable Mark Miller. Let's dive in and get to know more about these changes and how they're going to impact you as an international student. My name is Anne, for those of you who are new here, and I kindly request that you may consider subscribing to this channel so that you can be able to get more of our content. And also don't forget to put on your notification bell so that you can be among the first ones to know when we upload a new video. Kindly also like this video, okay? So IRCC has made 3 major changes to the international students program, and these changes is aimed at strengthening the international program as well as protecting genuine or legitimate students from fraud. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and look at these 3 major changes. Okay, so number 1, and I quote, starting December 1st, 2023, post-secondary designated learning institution will be required to confirm every applicant's letter of acceptance directly with IRCC. This new enhanced verification process aims to protect prospective students from letter of acceptance fraud and to help them avoid similar problems that some students faced earlier this year as a result of flawed investigation. It will also ensure that study permits are issued based only on genuine letters of acceptance. Okay, so if you did not know, international students contribute a great measure of Canada's revenue through the tuition fee, and they also contribute to Canada's economy through the employment they acquire while they are still studying. And the Immigration and Refugee Citizenship Canada had to do something to protect this program as well as protect the international student, okay? And the reason why we are having these changes now, it's because earlier this year in June, 700 international students were caught up in a situation where most of them held fake letters of acceptance, only to get here and find out the schools that they were enrolled into, they couldn't recognize them, like they didn't have their details, right? So, and it ended up being an investigation by the IRCC, and most of the students, some of them were deported back home. Others, genuinely, they were retained, while others are still undergoing investigations. And do you know what that means? What it means is that if you're found guilty of fraud, you're going to be banned from entering Canada. So there is no way you're going to be able to process any other visa to get you into Canada. And not even that. Anytime, even if you want to go to the US, that will also affect your processing of your US applications, because these 2 countries, they know how they handle their things. They know how they relate with these immigration things, okay? So don't be fooled that it's only in Canada. It's going to affect your history, and other countries would want to know why, why you were denied that visa for Canada. And anything to do with the fraud, you don't want to be part of that, all right? So what is going to happen? Every letter of acceptance is going to be verified directly with IRCC. So for those genuine students who have genuine letters of acceptance, they will be able to get in and pursue their education. And for those who have fake letters of acceptance, oh my gosh, they will not be able to get their study permits. So their study permits are not going to be processed. And you know what? Study permits are generated at the border services. So once you enter the country at the airport, they are going to process your study permit and your work permit. And guess what? I can only imagine what is going to happen if you show up at the point of entry with a fake letter of acceptance, where you cannot be able to get a study permit. So, and one of the things that might happen there is that you're going to get if you have a genuine letter of acceptance, then you're going to get your study permit and your work permit, right? If you're going to have a letter of acceptance that has some inconsistencies, then you're going to be kept there at the airport as they do more investigations. You don't want that to happen to you. And the worst thing that can happen is that you are going to be deported back home from the point of entry. So it's very, very serious. And if you are planning to come and study, make sure you know everything and what is happening. And especially for those people who are using agencies, please get to know all the details about your application. Get to know your login details. Get to know all about your IRCC account. If they are creating an IRCC account for you, get the login details. Get to know what is there. What have they put in that account? Get to log in and be able to verify that everything that is in that account is true to your knowledge, okay? If they are applying for you to a college or a university, most of the universities and colleges, they have student portal. Make sure you have login details for your account, for your student portal, so that you can also be able to log in into that student portal and be able to verify that all the information that is in there is correct, okay? And also be able to know that they are doing the right thing and that whatever application they are doing is genuine. So make sure you have all the details on hand, everything. If somebody starts giving you excuses and this and that, kindly leave. Kindly just cancel your services with them, okay? And probably use an immigration representative who is authorized by Canada to do for you those kind of applications. All right? Okay. Number two, the number two change that is going to happen is in time for the fall 2024 semester, IRCC will adopt a recognized institution framework to benefit post-secondary DLIs that set higher standard for services, support, and outcome for international students. These DLIs will benefit, for example, from the priority processing of study permits for applicants who plan to attend their school. Okay? So what this means is that institutions that are trusted or institutions that demonstrate strong support for their international students will be recognized, and their applicant will move in front of the line for processing, and will be able to better select and retain those students that are best suited to meet Canada's economy and immigration goals. Okay, so this one they have not yet set up. Set up a system that is going to do this, but I know they are going to do it. They are going to have a system where they are going to rank those trusted institutions. Okay, so before they rank those institutions, So you better be able to complete your application if you're coming to study, because usually what is going to happen, those institutions that are trusted, their students are going to get the priority. So if you're not going to be attending those universities or colleges, then your application will lag behind. Okay? Number 3, in the coming months, IRCC will complete an assessment of post-graduation work permit program criteria and begin introducing reforms to better calibrate it to meet the needs of Canadian labor market as well as regional and francophone immigration goals. Okay, so you know that most of the international students has been getting a post-graduation work permit, and usually they have been facing challenges with those work permits, and because they have to gain experience first before they can be able to land a job that they were trained for. So it has been a challenge to people trying to get those kind of jobs which they have been trained for, and therefore they are trying to see if they can be able probably to extend the number of years that the post-graduation work permit is issued for. Normally they issue a 3-year work permit for students who have graduated from a 2-year program, and 2 years of work permit, post-graduation work permit, for those who have graduated from a 1-year program. Okay, so they want to review those policies pertaining to post-graduation work permit and be able to see where they can help international students to be able to retain them, and to be able to help them have enough time to navigate the employment market once they are done with their studies. All right, so those are the major changes that are going to happen. And I know already there are universities or colleges that have started to issue their 2024 letters of acceptance for the new year. So if you're one of those, kindly be on the lookout of these changes so that you're not caught up in a situation that you cannot be able to get yourself out of. Okay, so that's all for today. Watch out for our next video, and don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.